Yes, Mark Cuban.
Oh my. 9 strings sounding exquisite.
Oh shit, we back again. What's up, what's happening? Come to the party and bring a friend. Fuck it, I'm bringing 10. Ooh, trying to chat a 10. Big boy trying to chat a 10. She said I was catchy. I said, yo, tap him in.
Touchdown.
Double cup, wow, I stuck smile when I puff loud. I touch clouds, catching touchdowns in my mind now, cause I'm zoned out. On a porch couch in the Zod cloud. 2 coughs and I'm back now. 2 coughs and I'm packed out. Somebody give me a drink before I gotta sit down. I'm making hits now with a smooth style.
Oh yeah, what up everybody? Welcome. I am the boy, Big Puddin', Riley Puddin' Peters. With you, as always, I have the defensive backs quality control coach, Preston Rowe. This is the Trash Talk Tailgate, and we are here. We have a national champion in college football. That happened since the last time you joined us.
Yes.
And we have a conference championship weekend ahead of us.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a nice big carousel spinning right in front of us. It's a fun time for football.
A lot of shit to talk about, right?
Dude, a lot of shit to talk about. I guess let's start off the top with our national championship review. That's a fun way to put it. Let's put it like that. I mean, Indiana surprising everyone and no one at the same time. It is, you know, obviously they were the favorite, and a lot of the analysts and, you know, the Vegas sports odds and all the sports books, everything had Indiana as the favorite. But man, the way that they fucking played, it surprised me, and I picked them to win.
Yeah, man. You called this. Like, you were spot on about this. At the end of the day, the thing that really killed Miami and let Indiana win this game was the fact that Miami kept on shooting themselves in the foot. They had penalties. They had the complete whiff on the blocked punt. That was the game changer. The blocked punt, that completely flipped the game, because at that point it was kind of a stalemate. It had, you know, Miami had gotten back into that game. Mark Fletcher had a very long touchdown run, and they were kind of getting some momentum, and then Indiana completely flipped it. It just, Miami shot themselves in the dick all game, and you called that.
Yeah, no, listen, dude, it's the one thing I saw from that Miami team. And the assessment that Miami is some of the best trenches, it's just obviously true, man. It's factually true. When they just tailor the tape, you can just look at them and you can tell they're different. But at the same time, I just felt like Indiana was the level where that just wasn't going to work. And, you know, that had been Miami's thing, dude. They had been committing a lot of mistakes, but just bullying their way out of games because they were just better than most teams. And I think it came down to, you know, the Kurt Cignetti, Mario Cristobal coaching battle. And I think Kurt Cignetti really dialed it up. Do the Fernando Mendoza fourth down, like the scramble up the middle for a touchdown that everyone's been talking about, you know, all of these things. It was truly one of the better national championships in my memory. You know, close game, an absolute battle. It was a great game.
Indiana, you talked about it, man. They were so well coached. They didn't have a whole lot of talent. Obviously, having the first overall pick at quarterback certainly helps whenever you're undermanned like that. But they're just a well-coached team. And if you watch this Indiana team, they never beat themselves. They never made penalties. They never made real cataclysmic mistakes. If they did beat themselves, you were shocked by it. And then the other thing is, dog, this Miami team, they got off on running the ball and hitting explosives all year. And they were trying to get the ball to Mark Fletcher. They were trying to get the ball to their elite playmaker, Malachi Toney. And they were getting them the ball short. And they couldn't break tackles. That was the one thing I thought was incredibly underrated going into this game, was Indiana's ability to get guys on the ground. They don't miss tackles.
Yeah.
And it felt like a couple of plays, Malachi Toney gets the ball. I mean, he gets tackled by a shoestring. If he breaks that tackle, he's ripping off a 40-yard catch.
Yeah.
You know, like Miami could not hit those explosives consistently because of Indiana's ability to tackle in the open field. They did not miss tackles.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, on with your point as kind of like a flip example of it, the few missed tackles Indiana had resulted in the Mark Fletcher big touchdowns.
Yes.
I mean, seriously, like the very few missed tackles that they had, they led straight to touchdowns, and that's Miami's. That's been the Miami MO, man. They grind you out and just hit these big plays on you, and they try to rely on you not being able to respond. But it felt like Indiana had a response for everything. Ooh, yeah, dude. We all want the Broncos. We'll get to those. Just want that question to chat, so everybody's thinking of it. Yeah, I mean, man, I can't wait to see the Raiders fuck up Fernando Mendoza. But dude, it's
gonna be a lot of fun.
The sales on those Raiders Mendoza jerseys are gonna be astronomical.
Yeah.
Tom Brady got in. What a devious bastard Tom Brady is. He gets in just the right time every time. Like he got the Patriots at the perfect time to create a dynasty, and now he's in charge or partly in charge of the Raiders just in time for them to get a quarterback last name Mendoza so they can print dollar bills. It's going to happen, dude. They're printing money off of that shit.
Yeah,
I mean, great game.
He's not going to save them.
No, he's not going to save them. No, maybe give them some savings, but he's not going to save them.
No.
Yeah,
and then Riley, the other thing I want to say is just Kurt Signetti has broken a lot of people's brains in college football, and he is a one of one, and he's going to get a lot of coaches fired in the very near future.
Yeah, for sure.
Athletic departments and athletic directors are going to be like, oh, well, Kurt Signetti at Indy fucking Anna did it. Why can't you? You never go off of the exception.
Yeah.
Kurt Signetti is the exception. It's not going to happen again. And the other thing is, Riley, Indiana, they have an elite talent evaluation staff, and they got grown-ass men to come in from the transfer portal.
Yeah.
They were able to bully Miami up front for sometimes because Miami had a bunch of 5-stars on defense and on the offensive lines, but they just had grown-ass men. They had 23, 24-year-old linemen that were just able to bully them, like grown men.
Yeah.
Like you're going to struggle with that. And so I don't think it's replicable because they had elite talent evaluation. They were the best coach team in the country. Kurt Signetti is an absolute fucking dog. And if you Google him right now, it says he won.
It is, dude. He said it. He said it in his opening press conference. He said, those people that are questioning me, just Google me. I win.
I win. Yep. He's the exception. He's not the rule. Like you never, how many GMs have been fired because they're trying to find the next Josh Allen? Like you never go off of the exception. You always base everything off of the rule. And I think that's a mistake a lot of these athletic directors are going to make very soon is, well, you're not Kurt Signetti. No one fucking is.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not going to happen again, man. Like he's going to break a lot of people's brains when it comes to how realistic it is to win a national championship.
Yeah, I 100% agree. And it's the cycle as old as time. You get an elite level coach. I mean, how many coaching positions did Nick Saban cause to become open and then refilled and then open again? You know?
Exactly.
And, I said this going in, I fear Kurt Signetti's the new Nick Saban because that team is just so disciplined. They remind you of those old school Alabama teams. They don't have the talent yet, but they keep performing.
They're only going to get better.
Exactly. This is his first few years and he's doing this. He hasn't even had a class of guys that are like, yo, I want to go play for the best. And so that's only coming. And he can make one heck of a disciplined team. It's very, very impressive the work that they're doing out in Indiana. All right. Well, speaking of great coaches, or I guess, coaching positions, that's the big news kind of filling the football world right now is the coaching carousel. It's going kind of crazy this season. A lot of coaching positions came on the board that not a lot of people expected. Harbaugh with the Ravens wasn't expected. Mike Tomlin stepping down wasn't expected. Maybe Kevin Stefanski being ousted, that might have been one. Sean McDermott getting fired by the Bills, not expected. Just so many of these random spots that are opening up that no one really thought were going to be there, mixed with a bunch of people that we definitely thought were going to be there. And the coaching carousel is very interesting. The Ravens, they have hired Jesse Minter from the defensive coordinator from the Chargers. He's now going to be their head coach.
Yep.
I think that's I think it's going to be an underrated pick. It's going to be hard to replace Hardball's shoes, but I feel like that's a solid pick to try.
Sometimes you just need a fresh start.
Yeah.
I feel like the Ravens were kind of at that point. I think the Steelers were maybe at that point. But Jesse Minter, everywhere he's been, he was at Michigan when they started to turn things around with Jim Harbaugh. He was with the Ravens under John Harbaugh for a long time. Like, he knows the Harbaugh family very well, obviously. And he's a great defensive coach. He really is. Like, his defenses have always been really, really good. And he's been in really successful programs. So I think he understands what it takes to run a successful program.
Yeah. I mean, he's, like you said, dude, he's kind of a prodigy of the Harbaugh tree at this point. I mean, that's one way to put it, honestly. And it feels destiny for him to have this job almost. I mean, who else is going to replace a Harbaugh but a Harbaugh product? I think that's funny.
Yeah.
Solid family line there. But yeah, I mean, he's seen it and at multiple levels and all of it very successful. And I mean, this year, what they had to go through over there in LA with the Chargers, like the injury battle they faced on both sides of the ball. We talked about their offensive line, but it wasn't just the offensive line. And the way that they were able to compete so deep into the season with that injury problem was very impressive. And, I'm excited to see what he can do over there with the Ravens. It's a very interesting spot.
The last coordinator that worked under the Harbaughs like Jesse Minter did for an extended amount of time that was hired as a head coach was Mike McDonald. And look how that's working out.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's going pretty well. Yeah, it's going pretty well. Yeah, no, for sure. And I'm right there with you. It's a fair try for them. I wonder if Harbaugh had a hand in throwing a name in that ring. You almost think.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and I know you want to talk about the Bills and the continuing down a path of poverty for the Northern New York squad.
Riley, this is going to be a controversial opinion. I don't really give a shit because it's true. People forget this. Before they got Sean McDermott, before they got Josh Allen, they had an 18-year playoff drought. They did not make the playoffs for 18 straight years. And Sean McDermott, with Tyrod Taylor as his quarterback, by the way, broke that playoff drought. Sean McDermott's a damn good football coach. And the Bills have always been a poverty franchise since the 90s, since they never could get over that hump and win one of those 4 Super Bowls. They've just been mired in poverty. They've been a poverty franchise. And I think whenever you get a really good coach and a really good quarterback, you kind of forget who you are.
Yeah.
And you forget how easy it is to slip back into poverty because you really never left. You were just being uplifted by those great coaches and players. Josh Allen and Sean McDermott have tainted the view of how good of a job this Bills organization and franchise actually is.
Yeah.
And now they are going full on dumpster fire. I don't know if y'all saw this. If you did not see this press conference, I highly recommend you go watch it. I saw snippets of it, and then I was so intrigued by what I saw in the little clips that I went and I watched the full thing, and it got so much worse. So The Bills, after their 33-30 overtime loss to the Denver Broncos on the road, in which Josh Allen turned the ball over 4 times, the Bills had 5 turnovers overall. Josh Allen lost them that game. We both said that when we reacted to that game. Josh Allen lost them that game. The Bills owner, Terry Pagula, went into the locker room, saw Josh Allen crying, saw Deion Dawkins crying, saw a bunch of very prominent football players in that team crying, and said, we need to fire Sean McDermott. Sean McDermott is the reason these guys are crying. They realize they can't get it done with Sean McDermott. That was his reasoning. He made his decision in a very emotional moment, which, Riley, as we all know, you make the best decisions when you're emotional.
Yeah, who doesn't, dude?
You always make the best decisions when you're emotional. No, I mean, just post-nut clarity is not a thing. Like, come on. So he admitted that he fired Sean McDermott in that emotional moment. He made up his mind. And then he never talked to Josh Allen about it. He admitted all of this publicly. He never talked to Josh Allen about, hey, I'm thinking about making this move. What do you think? He went to Josh Allen after the fact and said, hey, we fired Sean McDermott. And Josh Allen was pissed. He admitted Josh Allen was pissed. Like, what are you doing? You're admitting your quarterback fucking hates you right now. He's very pissed off at you. And it's a guy that you need to do everything in your power to make happy, because he is your franchise. And they fired Sean McDermott, but they promoted the GM Brandon Beane, because they said, by Terry Pagula's logic, he said our coaching was the thing that was holding us back. He said we have a Super Bowl roster. Riley, you want to hear a fun fact?
Let me hear it.
Brandon Beane has drafted 56 He's drafted 56 players since he's been the GM. Do you know how many Pro Bowler players out of those 56 he's drafted?
How many?
2.
Yikes.
2. But that's a Super Bowl roster, Riley. How many times have we said it, man? The roster gets worse and worse every single year, and it's being propped up by Josh Allen. The fact that Sean McDermott got them to that position in the first place, he was a miracle worker. But you're going to blame Sean McDermott, and you're going to promote Brandon Beane. Like, that's insane. Then the other thing is, they use Keon Coleman as a scapegoat. Keon Coleman, the second-year wide receiver, who, remember, Brandon Beane traded away Xavier Worthy to the Chiefs to draft Keon Coleman. He could have used that pick to draft Xavier Worthy. A real position of need, because their wide receivers, other than Khalil Shakir, are not good. They're not consistent. They drop the ball. They're not good in the wide receiver.
They don't show up to practice or meetings.
They don't show up to practice. Terry Pagula said, oh, Sean McDermott, he wanted Keon Coleman. That wasn't a Brandon Beane pick. He wanted Keon Coleman. And basically saying that Keon Coleman was a bad draft pick. Keon Coleman's still on the fucking roster.
Yeah.
Like, you're throwing your own players under the bus that are still on your roster. It's so bad. It was just a terrible look. They had that press conference to try to put out the fire of, the Sean McDermott firing, because a lot of people were upset about it. All they did was douse that bitch in kerosene.
They started the fire.
They did. It's crazy. And if you're a potential head coaching candidate, why the fuck would you go to the Bills after seeing that dumpster fire?
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen is the
James
only
Cook.
reason you'd even consider it.
But Dalton Kincaid, Dawson. I mean, anything but their wide receivers.
I mean, but it's just they're such a bad, they're a bad franchise. They have bad, poor, incompetent ownership. That press conference you would have been so much better off just not having the press conference. If you would have fired both Sean McDermott and Brandon Beane, I would have understood it.
Yeah.
But you fired the great coach. You promoted the dumbass, incompetent GM who's responsible for why your roster is so bad and so mismanaged. And then you're saying that, oh, this is a Super Bowl roster when clearly it's not. The other thing is, it was reported Sean McDermott was getting into arguments with Brandon Beane saying the roster was bad. So apparently that also was one of the reasons they fired him. They didn't like being called incompetent by the only competent person in the room.
Yeah, dude. They weren't working as a team. You know? Like, teamwork is very important. And there's a lot of great examples of teams. Anyways, listen, the thing is, why have a good coach when you could have a legend? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
This was the other big news out of the Bills organization that the Bills are bringing in Philip Rivers for an interview for their head coach position.
Insane.
The same Philip Rivers that played this season. That Philip Rivers.
Yep.
The one with all the kids. That Philip Rivers.
Yeah, dude. He must be getting sick and tired of dealing with all those kids, man, because he's trying to get back into football however he can.
Nah, dude. He loves the kids, hates the wife. Why else would you get a lady pregnant that many times except for pure hatred? Philip Rivers, dude. That's crazy. I mean, is of all of the great surprises of the coaching carousel, Philip Rivers having a hat in the game at any level is insane.
Like, you fired Sean McDermott, who had gotten you to the playoffs in 7 out of the last 9 years.
Yep.
Been incredibly consistent and successful. And your plan is to go hire Philip Rivers, who's never coached at the NFL level ever?
At all?
Like, at all? That shows you how great of an organization the Bills actually are. They make great decisions.
Yeah. Elite level decisions. It's top decision making at every piece of it. I mean, don't get me wrong. Philip Rivers was a quarterback, a very successful quarterback at the NFL. So if there's, anyone that's going to get this position with no merit, it's going to be him.
Yep.
What a quarterback way to live life. Just waltzing into a fucking head coaching interview and potentially getting it. Bastard. All right. Besides that, there's a lot of former Dolphins head coach Mike McDaniel is looking like he's going to be the Chargers offensive coordinator. That's pretty new as of this week.
The NFC South just got a lot more interesting.
Yep. Kevin Stefanski.
Yeah.
He shows up with the Falcons. Baker Mayfield's already talking shit.
Do you blame him? Like, Kevin Stefanski was the reason Baker got shipped out of Cleveland.
I think Baker's so excited to have Kevin Stefanski in division.
He's foaming at the mouth.
If I've only got 7 more games, may fucking 6 of them be versus you.
Yeah. I mean, we all know how well Baker plays. But Baker doesn't hold grudges. Baker doesn't play with a chip on his shoulder.
Baker doesn't use raw emotion to fuel fucking insanity on the football field. Nah, dude.
No,
he's not that guy.
No, absolutely not. No, he's gonna come out with a huge chip on his shoulder. He's already talking shit to and about Kevin Stefanski on Twitter. It's awesome. Like, apparently Kevin Stefanski never called Baker and told him he was gonna ship him out of Cleveland. And Baker's still waiting on that phone call. I don't think he's going to get it. I don't think he's going to get it.
Yeah, that's got to be the title. All right, that's going to be a game of the week for a TTT game of the week for next year. One of them. It's the call waiting game.
Yeah, dude.
It's just Baker waiting by his phone, just like, he's going to call me someday, I swear. Yeah. Baker Mayfield's like a kid with a dad that left. He's like, he's going to call, I swear. It's my birthday. I know he's going to call.
Kevin Stefanski just went out for cigarettes. That's it. He'll be back.
He just went out for cigarettes and milk, dude. I promise you. There's nothing else.
Yeah, no. I mean, that's going to be incredibly entertaining. I'm really excited for that. I mean,
all right. I think it's time to talk about the real. Yeah.
Riley.
Yes.
One more thing about the Bills. I did forget about this. When during the press conference, Terry Pagula was like, "Oh, well, why did I promote Brandon Beane? Because Brandon Beane has a track record of bringing in really good people and really good people around him to support him, guys that have gone on to be really successful." Then he started listing them off. You know who some of them were?
Joe Shane.
Giants GM, just went 3-14 for the second consecutive year. Let Saquon walk, let Xavier McKinney walk. Just the list goes on and on. Joe Shane's incompetent. The Carolina Panthers GM. Dave Morgan or Dan Morgan, I think.
Yeah, something like that. Something Morgan.
Maybe.
I mean, this year had a surprising turnaround that no one really expected, but let's see how next year goes.
Yeah.
Let's see how they handle their quarterback controversy, and then we can decide on his GM skills.
So just my point is, if you're listing off Joe Shane as a reason, like as someone successful that Brandon Beane hired, like you probably just need to stop talking, and you probably need to fire Brandon Beane.
just for creating the monster that is Joe Shane, he shouldn't have a job.
I know, dude. It's really cool. But yeah, man, we've got some football to talk. I'm excited.
Let's talk some football, dude.
Yeah.
The first game on the list is the Patriots versus the Broncos, the AFC Championship. They put this one first after Bo Nix was ruled out.
Mm-hmm.
They did. As soon as Bo Nix was ruled out, they're like, and that one's the 3:00 game.
Yeah. Jared Stidham, who hasn't started a game in 2 years.
Yeah, 740 something days.
Yeah, something like that. Drake May does have the potential to do something that Tom Brady never did. He has that opportunity. Yeah, that. Oh my God, dude! Did you see Nick Foles talking shit on Twitter?
Oh no! What did Nick Foles? Nick Foles is like, I believe.
Yeah, he's like, oh, it's a crushing loss for you, Denver. But remember, backup quarterbacks have been successful against the Patriots. He's
Foles.
Big Dick Nick for a reason, dude.
Nick Foles.
Big Dick Nick.
Why didn't they bring in Nick Foles, dude? That's what they should have done.
That would be insane. I mean, like, would you rather have Tom Brady or Nick Foles?
Dude, I think the fact that Tom Brady didn't listen to the Green Goblin mask shows a lot of maturity out of him.
I'm proud of Tom Brady.
Like I thought it was a bet buck guarantee that he was going to try to do something to step into this game. Tom, you can do it. Tom, grab the pork, grab the pig skin.
The Patriots are 0-3 in playoff games in Mile High. Tom Brady never won a playoff game there. It was kind of his house of horrors. It was kind of his kryptonite because those defenses were always nasty. The altitude is a very real thing, but Drake May has an opportunity to break that curse, to break that streak. It's just, look, man, the Broncos, their defense is going to have to play lights fucking out. They're going to have to get after Drake May to even have a shot at this game. They led the league in sacks with 68. But the thing that gives the Broncos hope, I think, is the fact that Drake May put the ball on the ground against the Texans. Now, they recovered those fumbles, but they were swatting the ball. They were knocking that ball on the ground.
They only recovered some of those fumbles.
Yeah, that's fair.
They only recovered. I mean,
that is true.
I actually kind of fear for that. That was going to be one of my points for this game. Is like, Will Anderson Jr. and Daniil Hunter are very scary, but Nick Bonito has literally led the league at times and doing this exact thing. So back-to-back weeks, I think we're going to see Will Campbell very much tested.
Will Campbell's going to have to grow the fuck up and nut up really fast.
Real fast.
Yeah.
Real fast.
He's still recovering from Will Anderson and Daniil Hunter, and now he's got to go up against Nick Bonito.
Yeah, dude. And they're going to send him, and it's going to be real because they need Denver. Their defense has to be their offense.
Yes.
And listen, dude, want to talk shit on the backup quarterback, but goddamn it, it's the backup quarterback. Like they're going to do everything they can to make sure this game isn't in his hands as much as possible. You know, besides every offensive stat where the game is literally in his hands, they're going to try to keep it out of his hands as much as possible. And, RJ Harvey, I got a lot of faith in RJ Harvey. I think he's a really great talent in the backfield, but he's not going to be the sole engine of an offense. He's just not, he's not Christian McCaffrey.
Well, they
They went and got Ben DiNucci.
They did.
God damn it, Preston, you're right. They got Ben DiNucci. He's going to do it.
They do have Ben DiNucci. And J.K. Dobbins, to your point about RJ Harvey, he's been ruled out.
He's been ruled out.
The one thing I will say is Sean Payton is very good at scheming things open. He's very good at helping young quarterbacks. We saw it with Bo Nix all year.
But what about an old quarterback that sucks? He's not helping a young quarterback. He's helping an old quarterback that kind of blows.
Sean Payton's going to have to call the game of his life for them to even have a chance. Their defense is going to have to play like lights fucking out. And they're going to have to get after Drake May. They're going to have to pressure him. They're going to have to force turnovers. And if you're Drake May, he's hit explosives all year. But I feel like, honestly, in this game, the Patriots, if you just don't turn the ball over, you're probably going to win. The only way the Broncos have a shot to win this game is if you get aggressive and you turn the ball over.
Yeah.
So if you're the Patriots, I feel like you kind of have to play more conservative. I know that sounds counterintuitive, but the only way the Broncos win this game is if they force turnovers.
No, I actually don't disagree with you at all. I mean, there's a certain thing to be said about, keeping your foot on the gas, but the greatest coach knows that not every game requires a lead foot. In this game specifically, I agree with you 1,000%. I actually think the lead foot is dangerous for New England unless that lead foot's putting up fucking 50. Unless it's just making sure that they have zero chance. But if they're trying and they're not succeeding, then they're gonna get fucked up.
Yeah.
Short field is the only thing that can save the Broncos.
Yep. And I mean, dog, I don't think we've really talked about this Patriots defense all that much because we've talked about the Broncos, the Seahawks, and the Texans. But man, this Patriots defense, they're fourth in scoring defense, and they're top 10 in everything else. They're eighth in overall defense, sixth in rush defense, and ninth in pass defense. Like they are a respectable fucking group, and they're gonna win you this game against Jared Stidham. As long as Drake May doesn't put them in bad field position. As long as he doesn't put them in short fields, like if you're the Patriots, it sounds counterintuitive, I know, but you just can't turn the ball over. You've got to be more conservative. I think. Right. Yeah.
Well,
and who do you got, Riley?
I was about to say, I think it's that time.
Yeah.
I don't know what you go first. Who are you thinking?
I think this game has the potential to be closer than people might think, just because this Broncos defense is going to get after it. They're going to keep it low scoring. It's a backup quarterback, man. The only way the Patriots lose this game is if they beat themselves.
Yeah. And
I just don't think a Mike Vrabel team is going to do that. I don't think Drake May is going to turn the ball over 4 times.
Yeah, no.
Give me the Patriots to go on the road and get to the Super Bowl.
I believe in voodoo magic. Give me the Broncos. I don't give a shit, dude. Fuck the Patriots. Once again, I did it last week and it didn't work out. I'm here to do it again. I'm willing to be 1-1 or something like that, dude. Fuck it. Give me the goddamn Broncos.
Yep.
I don't know what it is. I mean, really, you know what it is? Drake May is still young, and I feel like in that youth, you'll find his problem. That makes a little bit of voodoo, and I think we're in a great spot for a Denver Broncos upset. All right.
I feel it.
All right. Well, and then we take a a little mosey on over to the other side.
Mm-hmm.
From the red to the blue, no matter who. And we got to talk about the Rams versus the Seahawks for the NFC Championship.
I think this is the game we're all most looking forward to.
Yeah, this is going to be a great game. I think everybody's very excited for this game. Man, what a season from both these teams, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, these two teams are really good. I mean, that's just it, man. This is the top of the NFC. By the end of the season, this is damn near the top of the NFC, and there's almost no doubt about it right now. It's funny, it's the West battling itself. And I don't know, man. It's the Seahawks have played so well, especially in that dismantling last week. You're just like, it's so hard to think about going against them. But like at the same time, this Rams team is not the 49ers team we saw last week, man. We said it a million times. That 49ers team made it to this point on a hope, a prayer, and a whole lot of guts.
And Christian McCaffrey.
And
yes,
they reached the end of that tank. It got them as far as it could, but they found the end of it.
Yep.
But this Rams team, I mean, all of their games have been close. You know, they haven't had a comfortable win in a long time. But there's something about that I think favors them going into this game. Because the Seahawks, they've been dominant. Like, they've had some close games, but they've been pretty dominant. I don't know, man. I feel like in a close matchup, I feel like the Rams have a chance. I'm going to, the absolute upset, I think, Matt Stafford with wanting to retire on his shoulder. I'm going to take the Rams. It's a torn game. It's a hard choice.
It is a hard choice. So I'm going to give you some #copious notes, Riley.
Let's go.
So in the last 5 games that these two teams have played against each other, they've all been one-score games. And the last time the Rams went to Seattle was that 38-37 banger at the end of this year, in which the Rams probably feel like kind of gave that game away at the end. But these have all been really close games, man. These are two evenly matched teams, as evenly matched as you can get, dog. Like the Rams, they're first in total offense. They're first in scoring offense with 30.5 points per game. And they're first in passing yards in the entire league. And then the Seahawks, look, man, they're first at scoring defense with 17 points per game. Dog. And then the Rams and then the Seahawks, they're let me find my notes here. But here's the thing, Riley, they're 19th against the pass. The Seahawks defense is 19th in passing yards. I do think the Rams are going to be able to exploit and get Devontae Adams open. Sean McVay is going to scheme some things open. Like, I believe that might be a key difference in the game. The other thing is the Rams, they're plus 15 in turnover differential. The Seahawks are -4. A big part of that is because of how Sam Darnold plays against this team specifically. You want to hear Sam Darnold's stats against the Rams this year? 51 of 78. That's 65% completion percentage. Okay, it's not bad.
Yeah.
549 yards, not bad. Here's the thing. 2 touchdowns, 6 interceptions.
Ooh.
He struggles against this Rams defense. And the Rams, they're top 10 in basically everything as well. They're 12th against the run. They're 10th in scoring defense. Seahawks, they're top 10 in everything. On offense, they're 10th. They're tied for 10th in rushing yards, 8th in passing yards, 5th in scoring offense. Like these are two very evenly matched teams. Do you trust Sam Darnold going into this game? Like, do you fully trust Sam Darnold? Because he has proven he struggles against this Rams defense. Zach Charbonnet is also out. He's been hurt. He's out for the year. So that's going to put a lot on Kenneth Walker's shoulders. They're not going to have that two-headed monster in the backfield like they have all year. You don't trust Sam Darnold, Oregon.
Who does?
That's fair. What?
Who does?
No, it just especially against this Rams defense, they make Sam Darnold see ghosts. They do. And the other thing is, Riley, the Rams, they get their right guard Kevin Dotson back from an ankle injury. He's been out the last few weeks. You know, he's a very good mauler. Like, he's a reason Kyron Williams is one of the best running backs in the league and why they're so efficient, both running the ball and throwing the ball. Look, man, this is such a tough game.
Yeah.
It's such a tough game. I've been saying all year the Seahawks are one of the best defenses in the country. They might be the best overall team. But, man, this Rams team seems to have their number. And I think I'm going to take the Rams. Give me the Rams to go into Seattle.
Son of a bitch.
And win this game. I've been torn on it all week, man. This is the game that I was like,
it's supposed to be my surprise.
I know, dude. I'm sorry. I mean, but great minds do think alike.
He does. See, Bo, I'm with you, man. Matt Stafford, he's been there, man. He has been there and he's done that, unlike his opponents. The Seahawks are young. They don't have a lot of winning experience.
Nope.
And I just feel like the leadership on the Rams and the experience is going to be it, man.
Yeah. I mean, no Zach Charbonnet to take the pressure off of Kenneth Walker and Sam Darnold. I think that's huge. I mean, they're going to bracket Jackson Smith and Jigba. They're going to do everything they can to take him away. They're going to make other receivers beat them, other guys beat them for the Seahawks. And it's just, I mean, this Seahawks defense is torchable. Their secondary is really good, but they give up a lot of passing yards, man. I think that's going to be the difference. And then also, man, the Seahawks, they're 21st in the league in red zone offensive efficiently. They score touchdowns 54% of the time. The Rams are 7th in the league in red zone efficiency on offense. Yeah. They score the ball in the red zone 63% of the time. I mean, you have to score touchdowns to win a game like this.
Yeah,
I don't trust the Seahawks to consistently score touchdowns in the red zone. That favors the Rams, man. I'm taking the Rams. It's tough, but I'm taking the Rams.
Man, you bastard. I thought I was going to be the one that's picking the edgy one. No, you're right, though, tough. Man. It just is. It's great minds think right, but it just feels – it is. It's what it feels like to me. I mean, obviously I picked them, but, I picked the Rams to win the Super Bowl in my Super Bowl pick, man.
Mm-hmm.
This is my moment.
Yeah, no, I
this
agree.
Is it. This is it.
I agree, man. Yeah, no, this has been awesome. This game's gonna be phenomenal. It's gonna be a banger.
Yeah, no, I don't fear a blowout in this one. I just don't. I just don't. All right. Anything else? That's it.
No, man. I mean, I think that's it. This was a great one.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Keep your eyes out for the next stream.
Monday, I think we'll go Monday.
Most likely Monday. Yeah.
Monday. Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly,
yeah.
The second game's at 6:30, so we might have a chance to slide it in Sunday night.
That'd be good. I'd be down.
Honestly, knock out we might, because it might not be too late when that finishes. Once again, keep an eye out everywhere. We'll let you know what we're going to do with this. Always stay tuned for a TTT stream. We're going to be out there, I promise. But for this one, we're going to clean up and get out of here. Please like the stream. Thank you, everybody, for your comments. We appreciate the interaction. Subscribe if you haven't. Tell someone about the TTT today. Follow us on all social media platforms at Trash Talk Tailgate.
There is content every day, man. It's good stuff. Yep.
Thank you for tuning in. We're out of here.